Good morning, passport holders. Today, January 5th, 2017, day 797 of the vlogs. And I once again, the sleep struggle is real. Even when we drastically cutting down caffeine levels and food consumption times and all this and that, it is still proving to be really hard to slow my mind down enough in order to be able to sleep. So crawled into bed at 1, didn't fall asleep until almost 4 a.m. So that's a bummer. When I did finally fall asleep though, I was out, dead to the world, like the old days, and it was great. Woke up when my alarm went off at 8:15 a.m. and just immediately shut it off and went back to bed, which is not the best thing for me to have done. That stated, did finally waking up around 9 a.m. and getting going. I've been at it on the work front for about 40 minutes now and just feel super sluggish. So I decided to break away a little bit, go and grab a Red Bull and a Cliff Bar in order to try and get those blood sugar levels at a point where I don't feel sluggish. AskGaryVee 237 did get dropped into the queue about 20 minutes ago. And so I've got to finish up DailyVee, and then I'll get to work on that because the outsourced captioner did not get back the Revolution Day 5 file for Yoga with Adrian. So I'm not entirely sure what's up on that one because it should have gotten done no problem. I mean, it's been up and in their inbox now for almost 9 hours. So they've been working on it since it came out, so I'm not sure why that's the case and what's going on there. But one step at a time, and I've just got to hope that it gets done. If it doesn't by about 3:30, I will break out my tools and start to do it because I should be mostly clear with the board at that point.
Pluses and minuses. So came back here after the Red Bull run and started working in one of the tools in order to let me continue to work on DailyVee 118. And it corrupted corrupted the active file. Yay! So I had to recover from one of the other tools. And so instead of using that same tool in order to retry and recreate the work, I used a different tool because I have like 7 of them now. And yeah, that corrupted the file too. So that was frustrating this morning. I feel like the machines are plotting and launching their attack against me at this point. That's stated just about noon now. And my third choice tool, and the one that I do a lot of my transcribing in, actually worked. It's not perfect, but it's workable to move into the final stage, which is QA. Additionally, the outsourced captioner that picked up Day 5 of Yoga with Adrian did finish their work and return that. So that's super positive as well. So where does that put me? Well, I know I'm getting a DailyVee today. I know that I've got an AskGaryVee because that went live, and obviously I'd had it earlier in this morning. I know I'm going to get a Clintus here in an hour, but barring something funky from some of the other channels, that's all of my work. So it's entirely possible, and I know I've been saying this a bunch, but at this point with 12 hours to go until the end of the day, or potentially 13 if I'm going to be close, I could clear the board. And that would make me feel really pumped, especially if I allow the Clintus episode to go through to the outsourced folks and get done by them, so that way I can kind of force multiply my work time, so I can be working on one thing, they're working on it simultaneously, it comes back, and then hey, final review, formatting, all that good fun. So like I'm close, and with this much time, I'm close. So I'm thinking that it's just a matter of getting back in it and doing the work, and I'll probably check in with you guys somewhere between 3 and 4 o'clock. 1500 at this point, 3 o'clock for the normal folks out there who don't use military time. Where are we at? Well, Yoga with Adrian is done. Clintus's captions have been sent off to the outsourced folks. I want them to pick me up on this one, although I may not need them in the end. And that is because I decided to break back out the dictation method, which I haven't done for myself on an AskGaryVee episode in probably 4 months. And the reason why I walked away from that was it just became faster because there wasn't a ton of interaction in the way that like speakers would be off screen and speak, and they'd say something. Yeah, there might be 6 or 7 of them in the room, but they'd say 12 or 20 things throughout an entire 20-minute episode. And this time around, with the new Collins Show format, it's a lot of interaction and play back and forth, and that actually screws up the ability for the automatic tools to dictate what Gary is saying, because they're jumping in on top of each other and all that and fun stuff. So I did the dictation method, just finished it up. It took me about a half hour to do 25 minutes. It really does feel like that, even though it's been dragging out all week, the board will be cleared tonight. I am feeling super confident about that, and especially if this is a shorter episode of DailyVee, which I suspect it probably will be sub 13 minutes, I should be really able to get it all done. I'm excited. Positive news at 5:30, which is why I'm out here, because it's the last of the sunlight that I'm going to see. AskGaryVee 237 fully transcribed, identified, speakers, off-screen sounds, things like that, all done. The line formatter is currently running. I'll get back in there, do the auto timing on it, and then do final QA corrections, all of that good fun. Kick that back to the guys, which, minus Clintus's episodes, means the board is clear, but that is currently being worked on by, I believe, Melanie. I haven't checked who grabbed it. I just saw that it was grabbed. It is like a super, super good day. I'm going to finish everything up. There's a real opportunity for me to go grocery shopping tonight at minimum, which I'm super pumped about. And then that should hopefully lead me to a much cleaner weekend, where things are going to be pretty simple, where it's going to be just Clintus and Yoga with Adrian every day, which is a good turnaround. I'm a fan. And that, my friends, is a cleared board. Yes, captioning board is completely cleared. It's freaking awesome. It's 8 p.m. on Thursday. That stated, it is a temporary victory, and that is because DailyVee 119 has not gone live. I'm expecting that to happen at some point before the night is over, but the fact that everything is done, it puts me in a really good spot. I'm debating kind of what I do now, because there's part of me that's like, yo, like sneak in this grocery run real quick, come back, do the vlog edit, and then it'll be up and you can do it, and then it'll be done like midnight. And then there's part of me that's like, dude, take 20 minutes, chill out, watch a YouTube video, give yourself a small little victory dance away from just what you guys saw on camera, and then, then make that assessment. I'm not that hungry yet, so I feel like that I can wait a little bit longer, and I think that I'm probably gonna go out for dinner as a little reward to myself. Just do some Chipotle or something simple that I can order on my phone, and just walk in, grab and go. And it's once again across the parking lot from one of the supermarkets that I like to go to. So it could be one of those double wins where it's I put in an order, leave here 10 minutes later, go do all my grocery shopping, drop all that stuff off, and then grab that. So that's super tempting to do. So we'll see. But any which way, I'm crossing goals off left and right today, and it feels super good.
Coming up on 9 o'clock, and I decided to take a little bit of downtime and then do the vlog edit. It's currently exporting, so it should be done by the time I get home. It will obviously be done by the time I get home. DailyVee is being held because Gary's in a bunch of meetings, so he hasn't had time to do final review on it, make sure there isn't anything that needs to be edited out last second.
Groceries done. Chipotle next. My stress level has come way down, and I'm really excited about that. Once again, the fact that I'm just now going to be responding to requests as they come in for the rest of the week. Even my smaller channels, some of them haven't picked back up, which I'm kind of concerned about them now, but it's one of those things where it's the first week back, people have stuff happen. I'm not going to jump to conclusions. So I'm just going to let those be. If I don't see a post from them next week, I may pause their accounts until I see posts come live again, because I don't want to charge them if they're not creating content. That's a really crappy thing to do. So yeah, that's that. I'm pretty excited about it, actually, to be able to sit here and just kind of respond to things as they come in. And having food in the house again is also probably something that's bringing down my stress level a ton. It's kind of all the additional checks outside of the work stuff this week have just completely been abandoned, all of them. And so now I might get a chance to do those over the next couple of days. the Old Navy run, like reading the books that I'm supposed to be reading in order to interact with Tammy intelligently on Tuesday afternoons. Like, these are all things that will begin to fall back into place, and I actually couldn't be more excited about it. It's 1:45. DailyVee 119 still hasn't been released, and I don't think it will be at this point. I think that what's going to happen is that DailyVee 119 is going to be released tomorrow morning, East Coast time, and that they're going to hold 120 until Saturday. And they will, knowing Andy and the team there, they'll take a peek and see what happens when they release high production value content on Saturday, because they normally don't. So it should be interesting. I don't know how this is all going to go, but in the meantime, my board is clear. I'm going to take the win where I can get it, and I know that Yoga with Adrian is going to be submitted into the queue in about 10-15 minutes. My hope is that, much like normal, one of the folks on the outsource team will pick that up and do that, and hopefully we'll be done with it by the time I wake up. If it's done, anytime before 10 a.m., I'll consider that a minor victory. Because I suspect I'll wake up to DailyVee 119, and so I'll be busy with that while they're finishing up, and we can go back and forth. That stated, I'd be super pumped if I can wake up, no DailyVee 119, and I got captions in my inbox to do final formatting and review on. I'm pretty pumped with that. It's one of those things where, at that point, unless one of my smaller channels starts to release content again, which they all, once again, have been like super quiet, it's kind of freaking me out. I could be done come 1 o'clock tomorrow, or 1 o'clock would be my last release for tomorrow. So it'd be crazy. I mean, I know that Friday is always my lightest day, but yeah, this could get nutty. So I'm pretty pumped about it. I'm gonna just go get ready for bed. Probably read a book for 15-20 minutes until I get tired enough that I think I could fall asleep, and go there. It's a winner of a day, though. Thank you guys so much for your time and your attention. As always, I appreciate it so much. And remember, you never stumbled upon opportunity by standing still. So go do cool stuff. Bye for now.